children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Everything belongs to him.
18th chapter, 5th verse. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities.
That's right. That's what's happening right now. The sins of America and all its cohorts and co-conspirators are reaching unto heaven, right? So all this talk, all this Rico talk right now, everybody's seeing the news. You got the damn Treyway, Rico, Tekashi 6ix9ine on the stand. Well, guess what? America's getting ready to get hit with a Rico. Britain's getting ready to get all the heathen to get ready to get hit with a Rico, right? And we listen now. We're not condoning what 6ix9ine, but then the prophets, we're like the 6ix9ine in this situation. You know what? We're gonna get on. We're gonna tell everything about what these devils have done. We're gonna tell everything. That's what we had to do. Tell everything about what these devils have done. Right? So where we at? Let me get a Salakia. Hold, you read for me? Yeah. All right, hold Salakia. Hold just Psalm 83. We're going to go through Psalm 83, but first I want to go into this, right? So I want to go into the definition of the Rico real quick. Just so we can understand how this works, right? The Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization Act, right, is a federal law designed to combat organized crime in the United States. Coincidentally enough, the United States is an organized crime. It allows prosecution and civil penalties for racketeering activity performed as a part of an ongoing criminal enterprise. This is important. Ongoing. See, so when these white people, when they come up to us and they go, we didn't do that. That was our ancestors. You guys are a part of an ongoing criminal enterprise. Right. And you have been a part of this ongoing criminal enterprise for 500 years. So guess what? You are guilty. Because everyone who's a part of a RICO, you know that only 2 crimes need to be committed within 10 years for you to be a part of a RICO, for you to go down with a RICO? Only 2. If you only did 2 things that's a part of this, you're going to go down with everyone else and get charged with everyone else, right? So I don't want to hear the white, y'all passed this law. This is something that your criminal justice system opposed. This is something that you send blacks and Hispanics. First you sent them out to jail in the 70s. Now you don't send them out to jail. Who do you send to jail? The people on the sign, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. This is who gets hit with the RICO now. Well, now we're going to turn the table. Let's, first off, give me that judge not, lest ye be judged, please. Give me that the words of Christ. They love, this is a lot of people's favorite verse in the Bible next to John 3:16. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Well, let's read that in context and let's see if this is applicable to this situation. Right? Go ahead. You all right?
Oh, 7, my bad.
You good?
John chapter 7 and verse is it John 7? The box, where's it at? John 7 and
Christians would have had us by now.
Okay. John chapter 7.
Right?
You want 24? Judge not according to appearance?
Matthew 7:1. Matthew, not John.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go.
Matthew chapter 7 verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged.
Judge not that ye be not judged. But you keep going. They stop there. They don't even read that, but they just gonna stop at judge. Judge not. Don't judge. You can't judge me. Judge not. Right? Read.
For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged.
Whatever standard you're judging people with, you're going to be judged. So if you don't judge, you save yourself from being the standard of being judged. But if you judge, you're going to be judged according to the standard you judge with. So if you judge people on RICO, right, United States government, then you can be judged by the damn RICO, right? That's all we're doing. We're continuing in fairness. We're judging according to your standard. Your standard is people can be charged as a part of being a part of a continual criminal enterprise. Every white person in America is a part of that. Read.
And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again.
It's going to be measured to you, right? Hey, Tekashi, Shadi, mail murder, Harv, all them individuals that's caught up in this indictment right now, they all got to go down on the RICO, according to the white man. Well, guess what? That's fine. Now you got to go down on the RICO. But here's the difference is, we're not giving out immunity deals for your testimony. We're not good. Ain't no Edomite that's going to come and get an immunity on the testimony. You see what I'm saying? Going to deny his father. There's not going to be a remnant that's going to deny their father. No. Oh, no. We're not giving out. The Most High ain't say there's an immunity deal for Edomite. Right? We're the ones that's going to be doing the testifying here tonight in the spirit of the Most High. Right? Where you at? Go ahead.
Psalm 9 and 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made.
See that? They made a pit. They judge you with RICO. Well, they go get ready to get held accountable for that. Like it says, their sins have reached unto heaven. That's how a RICO case works. They let you commit crime for a decade. And then they finally go, Okay, they've done enough. We have enough evidence now. We got so many crimes to charge them on. Now we're going to bring the hammer down. They knew about all these crimes. They knew about every single thing that the damn Treyway was doing, right? All of it. They had video camera shootings. They had testimony and witnesses complaining about being robbed. They had all this information. Yet the Fed, did they come at the first crime? No. They wait. The same thing the Most High is doing. He's waiting for their sins to reach heaven. Then he's finally going to bring the hammer down. Right where we at?
Back to Psalm 83.
Oh, whole Psalm 83. Now watch this. Now, according to Rico, it's 35 different crimes for Rico, right? 35 different. Now, I'm going to name the ones that America and its co-conspirators are guilty of, right? Murder, kidnapping, extortion, arson, robbery, bribery, dealing in obscene matter, right? So, for the record, what obscene matter is anything that is against the moral standard of a place at any given time. So they've certainly dealt with many obscene things. Drug dealing, right? Embezzlement, fraud, obstruction of justice, slavery, racketeering, money laundering, murder for hire, securities fraud, and terrorism. So that's about half. Get guilty on all charges. That's about half for all the things you get hit with a Rico for, and they're guilty.
That's right.
We saw in the 83rd chapter. And stop at 9. 9, we're going to hit these precepts. We're going to read through 9 though. Right? We're on.
Psalm chapter 83 verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Our enemies make a tumult. Right? Read.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Go ahead. Meaning they're proud. They're carrying themselves around with pride. Read on.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They're taking what?
Crafty counsel.
That's called a conspiracy. That's what Rico is based off of. Conspiracy. They have taken a crafty counsel. They have conspired together. There is a conspiracy. Who is the conspiracy against? Read.
Against thy people.
Against thy people. Who are thy people? The Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is who a conspiracy has been launched against. This is who's been murdered. This is who's been enslaved. This is who's been kidnapped. This is who's been extorted. This is who's had drugs sold to them. This is who had their land burnt up in arson. This is who's been robbed. All of those crimes that's under the Rico statute is happening to all the 12 tribes. Read.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation.
They want us to not be a nation anymore. I mean, how much more theft is identity theft? How much more robbery is that than the theft of one's identity? The theft of somebody's land? Well, this is what's happened to us, man. Read.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right, go ahead.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They have one consent. This conspiracy has came together and they have agreed to be a part of a continual criminal enterprise. And it's various nations. Because yes, the American so-called white man is the chief criminal here, but he has co-conspirators. He couldn't have did it without his brothers.
That's right.
The other European. He couldn't have did it without his friends, the Arab. He couldn't have did it without the Asian man co-conspirator, without the Hamite co-conspirator. There's no way this could have happened without them. So they got to go down too. As what? As co-conspirators. Read on.
They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom.
The so-called white man. Read.
And the Ishmaelites.
The so-called Arab, right? The white man got this country, then he got the damn Arab doing what? Setting up stores in your neighborhoods to sell your ass pork and Newports and malt liquor. Read.
Of Moab.
And not only that, who owns the majority of these clubs now? It's the Arab. That's who owns these damn clubs. That man own the clubs. And the Hamites. Yeah. But yeah, that's who own all the clubs. Who the hell brought hookah and popularized hookah in the black community and the Hispanic community?
Right.
Dominicans, they smoking hookah like it's the damn breathing air, right? Who introduced the Dominican man to the hookah? Right? The Arab. Nobody knew what the nigga didn't know what a hookah was. All of a sudden, here the Arab go, look at this cool, long, big lamp I got. You can smoke out of, right? See what I'm saying? Read.
It says, and the Hagarenes. Gabal and Ammon.
And who?
Ammon.
Ammon, the so-called Japanese man. Read.
Amalek.
Amalek, that's the Jewish man. He got that co-conspirator. Who the one that financed the ships for the other white people to take us into slavery? The Jewish man. They're co-conspirator. Number one, they stole our land. They stole our nationality. They're major conspirators in this, right? Read.
It says, the Philistines with the
Hamites. Read.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The Canaanites. All right. That's the majority. The majority now of the people in West Africa and South Africa, that's what you would call the Canaanites, right? They're the same ones coming over here scamming. They owning the damn clubs. They robbing you, selling you damn fake Rolexes, scamming people out of all kind of money, right? Everybody know that. The Nigerian love scam, that's a damn, everyone knows about that. They go get some old lady, some rich old lady, get her out of $200,000, something crazy like that, right? That's what they doing. And they'll do it to our people. They do it to our people, and they come in, they act like they're a part of us, right? But they only doing it for a reason. I remember I went out with a brother with Officer Tyler in Dallas last year, right? We went to this club. You had a damn Hamite. They had a whole section, the Hamite section. You know what was over there? You think the Hamite woman was over there twerking? Oh no, you know what was over there? Your woman was over there. You understand what I'm saying? Why ain't they women over there making an ass of themselves? No. They want your woman to come. They want to degrade your woman, man. Right? Like a lot of sisters talking about the Hamites have surpassed Esau and Sugar Daddy. Now they don't even, the white man ain't even on the level of the Hamite man. He want to come and just make a whore out of your the woman of your nation, right? Make a total whore out of her. But how does he treat his woman? Right? Like a damn queen. You understand what I'm saying? There's a reason for that, because he know y'all is not the same people. Right. There's a very distinct purpose why he does that. Read.
It says, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot.
Which is Moab and Ammon, the children of Lot, the Asian man. Meaning all these people are in co-conspiring. All the nations are together against us on this. Read.
Verse 9. Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto who?
The Midianites.
So we got to do unto them as unto the Midianites, right? I want you to get specific ones. Hold on. Not the whole thing. But give me, so like as unto the Midianites, 31:7-8, just 7-8, and then we go Isaiah 9-4. Go ahead. So the prayer of the psalmist here is that what's done unto all these heathens is what happened to the ancient Midianites. Let's read about what happened to the ancient Midianites, what their judgment was. Read on.
Numbers 31:7. And they warred against the Midianites as the Lord commanded Moses. And they slew all the males.
Killed every man, right? So what are we asking for? That all these heathens that were named, every man of them gets killed. Read.
Verse 8. And they slew the kings of Midian.
Their nobles get killed. Read on.
Beside the rest of them that were slain, namely Evi, Rechem, Zor, Hor, Reba, 5 kings of Midian, Balaam also with the son of Beor. They slew with the sword.
All got killed. That's said for Most High God. So that's what we're asking for. Give me Isaiah 9:4. Right? That's what we asking the Most High for. The judgment could come. And that's what's going to happen. We ain't just locking people up in prison. All right, like the white man do. He want to put you in the supermax some damn way under the ground, like El Chapo. No. We talking about the Most High bringing death to you people, man. All right? Must deserve death. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 9 verse 4. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden, and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor.
The rod of who?
His oppressor.
So the rod of the oppressor is going to be broke. Right? That's what time it is. Because these people are all co-conspired to oppress us. Well, the Most High God is going to break the rod of the oppressor, man. Read.
It says, as in the day of Midian.
As in what?
The day of Midian.
Midian was our oppressor at that time. His rod was broke, meaning his strength was broke. Well, our oppressor at this time, you know who that is. His rod, his strength is going to be broke. Let's say the Most High God, right? Let me get Salaki. Go back to Psalm real quick. We're going to read the next one, and we're going to hit the precepts on that in the book of Judges. Go ahead.
Psalm what? 83.
83. Pick off where you left off.
Psalm 83:9. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sicarii.
As to who?
Sicarii.
As to Sicarii, right? So give me Judges 4:15-16. Let's see what happened to Sicarii. We're going to go through all these judgments to understand exactly what the psalmist is praying to the Most High for, the exact type of judgment that we need to be seeking and asking the Most High to render in recompense unto our enemies. Read on.
Judges chapter 4 verse 15. And the Lord discomfited Sisera.
And the Lord did what?
Discomfited Sisera.
Meaning they got their ass whooped in battle. That's what discomfited means. They got whooped. Read.
And all his chariots and all his host with the edge of the sword before Barak. So that Sisera lighted down off his chariot and fled away on his feet.
And ran off. So they got beat to the point where they fled, man. They got scared and they ran. Right? This is what's going to happen in battle when the Most High brings his son back and sends the Israelites throughout the nations. They're going to be scared. They're going to be beaten. They're going to run. They're going to flee from us, man, in that time. Read.
But Barak pursued after the chariots and after the host.
Where you at?
Verse 16.
Okay.
Unto Harosheth of the Gentiles, and all the hosts of Sisera fell upon the edge of the sword.
And then all of them, they got chased. They thought they were going to run to safety. All of them still died, right? Finish it.
And there was not a man left.
Another time where all the men of a particular group of people were destroyed. That's what the Most High is calling for. Skip to the next chapter. Read Judges 5:18-22.
Judges chapter 5 verse 18. It says, Zebulun and Naphtali were a people that jeoparded their lives unto the death.
Who is Zebulun, the so-called Central American? Who is Naphtali? All right, that's Guatemala. I mean, not Guatemala. That's Zebulun. That's Argentina to Chile, right? So them people of Central and South America, right? This is important. It says, what about them? Read that from the top.
Judges 5:18. Zebulun and Naphtali were a people that jeoparded their lives unto the death in the high places of the field.
And what?
The high places of the field.
It's called the Andes Mountains. Now they have a civilization where in the Andes Mountains. That's how you know who these people are, the Andean people. People who go up in them high mountains, man. Out down there in Guatemala, they go up in them high mountains, right? You understand what I'm saying? It said they jeopardized themselves, they jeopardized their life in the high place of the field. These people, let's read about what these people did. Read.
The kings came and fought. Then fought the kings of Canaan in Ta'anak by the waters of Megiddo.
So these Hamites, they fight the tribe of Zebulun and Naphtali, right? Read.
They took no gain of money. They fought from heaven. The stars in their courses fought against Sisera.
Why? Because Zebulun had the ability to read the stars. So Zebulun read the stars, and the stars fought with them, right? And gave them the advantage in this war. And what happened?
The river of Kishon swept them away.
And what?
The river of Kishon swept them away.
I'm gonna tell you how deep this is. The river of, so now well, notice something. Read that verse again, right? Because mind you, matter of fact, give me 1 Chronicles first. Because it was very specific on who fought this battle. It's Zebulun and Naphtali, and how they was fighting this battle, right? So let's read this first about the tribe of Zebulun. Go ahead. 1 Chronicles 12:32.
1 Chronicles chapter 12 verse 32.
Read on.
And of the children of verse 33. And of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, expert in war, with all instruments of war.
So they were experts. Zebulun is expert in war. Let's start there, right? Now that's why they're jeopardizing themselves in the ways they had war tactics unlike any other. Experts in war. Read on.
50,000 which could keep rank. They were not of a double heart.
Keep going.
And of Naphtali, 1,000 captains.
So like, where you at? 12? I need the stars, the star part.
Oh, that's issue.
Yeah, but it goes with them too because they go together, right? Because Issachar rejoiced in the tents of Zebulun. So like, go ahead.
Verse 32. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment.
So this is, now go back to Judges 5, right? So this is an instance of war, right? And in war, it says Issachar had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do, right? Meaning they could look at the stars and know what strategies in war they should do to go to this war in order to be victorious. They knew. So read that Judges 5. Go ahead.
The river of Kishon swept them away. They fought from heaven. The stars in their courses fought against the
So it said they fought from heaven. The stars in their courses fought against Sisera. Here's what's interesting. We have the tribe of Zebulun that's involved in this war. The tribe of Zebulun had the ability, just like Issachar did, to read the stars. This is why you had the Mayan and Aztec calendars with the accuracy that they had, right? Now it said the stars fought against Sisera, then what happened?
The river of Kishon swept them away.
Why? Because if you know how to read the stars, you know when the tide is coming in. You know when certain meteorological events is taking place. So the tribe of Zebulun, having that ability and that blessing, understood that if we push them close enough to this water, the waters will come in and sweep them up. That's how the stars fought against Sisera. You see what I'm saying? So the Most High is going to give us in these last times our ancient abilities back. Right? Tribe of Issachar and Zebulun is going to be skillful in war and know how to read these stars. You understand what I'm saying? All the tribes, we're going to get our power and our strength and our blessings back. And we're going to use them against our enemy, our oppressor, when they try to come against us. Because trust and believe, they're going to try to come against. See, everybody been talking about us like we're going to get black and Hispanics off of drugs and out of gangs and off of stripper poles. That's all we doing, right? But that's a problem to them. Because that's what keeps this whole society going, is us being wicked and evil as hell. So us stopping this is a direct threat against these people and their structure in the society. So what's going to happen? They're going to try to come and step to us. And in that time, the Most High is going to give us our abilities back. So that's what the prayer is of the psalmist in Psalm 83. But keep going.
The river of Kishon swept them away.
That's right. How did the stars fought against them? The tribe of Zebulun looked up and said, oh yeah, I'm looking by the way the stars in the courses, it's getting ready to be a nice high tide. We're going to go ahead and sweep these people up. Read.
That ancient river, the river Kishon, O my soul, thou hast trodden down strength. Then were the horse hooves broken by the means of the prancings, the prancings of their mighty ones.
That was it on 22. Boom. So their whole army was destroyed, right through the ability of the tribes of Zebulun and Naphtali. Let's go back to Lakia. Where we at? 22. Boom. Okay, read to verse 11 back in Psalm 83.
Okay. Book of Psalm chapter 83, verse 11. Make their nobles. Okay, verse 10. Which perished at Endor, they became as dung for the earth.
Right, that's what our enemies are going to become. Dung in the earth, man. Right, read.
Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, and all their princes as Zebah.
Okay, so it said first Oreb and Zeeb. That's important, right? Make them like Oreb and Zeeb. Judges 7 and 25. Let's see what happened to these two guys, Oreb and Zeb. Right? Go ahead.
Judges chapter 7, verse 25. It says, and they took 2 princes of the Midianites, Oreb and Zeb, and they slew Oreb upon the rock Oreb, and Zeb they slew at the winepress of Zered, and pursued Midian, and brought the heads of Oreb and Zeb to Gideon on the other side Jordan.
So now we're learning more about what's getting ready to happen to our enemy. They're going to be beheaded, right? This is what God said, behead these people, right? Now go back to that verse, what is that, 11? It's like 11, then we go hit Judges again. Go ahead. Read about the other 2 guys.
It says, and all their princes as Zebah and Zalmunna,
Go ahead.
who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession.
See that? Well, are they the first people to give me Judges 8 and 12 first? Are they the only people that ever done that? They might have been the early people that said we're going to take the house of God into possession. But you have people who have done that now. You got people that's going around over there in Israel right now talking about they are the people of that land, right? Then what about the spiritual house of God, which we are? How much more they took us into their possession, right? So the Most High God going to deal with them for all this. But let's see what happened. Let's see what the judgment was for these individuals. Go ahead.
Judges chapter 8, verse 12. And when Zebah and Zalmunna fled, he pursued after them and took the 2 kings of Midian, Zebah and Zalmunna, and discomfited all the host.
They got discomfort. They got their ass. So that's what's getting ready to happen, right? Go to verse 12. Where we at? Back to Psalm 83. We have verse 12?
13.
That was 12. Oh, Salaki. Give me Ezekiel, was it Ezekiel 36 and 5? Ezekiel 36 and 5, because it talked about what? It talked about bringing the temple of the house of God into their possession. Right? Go ahead.
Ezekiel 36 and 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession.
Which have what?
Appointed my land into their
It's
possession.
Idumea. That's a Greek word, right? What does Idumea mean in the Greek? It just means Edom.
Esau.
That's all. Edom, Esau. Who appointed the land of God into his possession? Idumea. So there's no question as to who the Edomites are. You have all these people making all these debates on who the Edomites are. Well, who has possession of Israel? The white man. So what does that let you know? Go ahead.
Before they went in there, it was Britain who controlled.
Who Britain controlled it, exactly. Yeah. That's why through the Balfour, the British put out the Balfour Declaration that let them go and have that. So the British been controlling that. You see, why do you think the Palestinians are just going through hell? They never had true control over that. They getting blown to damn smithereens. Go ahead, King.
And historically, ain't that about the same time they put the Suez Canal in and came up with the Middle East?
With the whole Middle East concept, exactly. Now all of a sudden, there's a region called the Middle East. Right. That's fake. Right. They're known for just making fake terms up. Even the term North, Central, and South America, and they're treating it like it's different continents. This is all connected. How it's 2 different continents. Right. And then what continent is Central America in, huh? It's just a non-continent. It's just there. It's just a place. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. This is all one landmass, right? These people are, well, technically, Africa, Europe, and Asia is one landmass. That's why in some scholastic circles, they just simply refer to it as Afro-Eurasia. Because it's all connected. It all meets right there in that place they call the Middle East. That's where it all meets. Africa, Europe, and Asia, right? Where we at? Psalm 83, let's read to the end.
So even though the markings above ground separated, it's still on the African tectonic plate.
It's still on the same plate. So there's truly no geological, no true scientific separation. The only separation is in the concept that the white man force on people and say, okay, this is the land. See, they're the ones that come carving stuff up any damn way. They're the one, they carved Africa up so damn well. Africa don't even know who they are. You talk to an African, he said he's from one country, Belgium. I remember I met a dude, he said he was from the Belgian Congo, right? Now they call it the Democratic Republic of Congo, but they used to call it the Belgian Congo, right? How did Belgium conquer any damn body? They're a subject of France. How did they get to conquer any damn body? Go ahead.
We have a man by the name of King Leopold who went and killed tens of millions of Africans down there. You see that? But,
just carving it up, just to do it, just for the hell of it.
It was an experiment.
And who cries for them? We hear about the Holocaust. Who cries for them? No damn body. Read.
It's worse than Hitler. Psalm 83 and 13. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the winds.
Right, meaning the wheel. In the ancient days, they take that wheel and they crush it, and they knead stuff out, and they grind it into powder with that wheel. So he said, grind them into powder. Read.
Okay. It says, okay, as the fire burneth a wood.
Ain't giving no 15-year cop-out to this, Rico, baby. You get ground to powder to save the Most High. Go ahead.
As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire, so persecute them with thy tempest.
God persecute these people, please. put them under persecutions. Read.
And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord.
And that's what's going to happen. They're going to be full of shame. Then once we conquer the earth, then they're going to, okay, now we want to serve and worship their God. All right, that's fine. You're going to first serve and worship us, though. Right? Then you're going to bring sacrifices to our God, who is the only living God. Go ahead.
It says, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be...
They get confounded every day on these streets already. They get a little early thing. Right? Go ahead.
Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
That's right. That's for the purpose of that. Because of what they did to us. Give me Revelation 17 and hold. We're going to read the first 5 verses. Revelation 17, we'll close up. So, the whole purpose is, if you remember at the beginning, it said, your enemies, you say, it's a brother playing to the Most High, and he's saying, your enemies make a tumult, and they consult against your hidden one. So the whole thing is, what they do to us is a spit in the face of the Most High, it's a spit in the face of our God. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're his people. So they look and say, well, where is their God? That's what they say about, where the hell is their God that's coming to save them? You understand what I'm saying? So the whole purpose of the Most High doing this is to make sure that the whole world knows who the only living God is, who the true Most High is, which is Yahweh, right? Go ahead, Revelation 17, start at the top.
Revelation chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore.
The who?
The great whore.
The judgment on America. America is the great whore in the Bible. The judgment on the great whore. Read.
That sitteth upon many waters.
So the many waters, hold on, dig first 15 so we understand who the many waters are. Read.
Revelation 17 and 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues.
So the whore sitting on the water symbolizes the power and influence that America has over many, many people all throughout the earth. That's what that's symbolic of. Go ahead.
With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
Everyone did. That's her co-conspirators. All the kings of the earth commit fornication, right? That's the crime. What is the crime? Spiritual fornication. Ideological fornication that America commits with all kind of countries and nations and peoples all over the earth. Read.
It says, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Everybody's now running around drunk. You got a guy by the name of Malik Yoba that's going around trying to rationalize how he is a heterosexual male, but he likes men that dress up as women, and they calling them women. And he got so damn upset yesterday, he almost knocked the nigga out. Who seen that? Sure. Malik Yoba was upset. He turned masculine again for a minute yesterday. He was upset. Because what happened is this, right? The Root is a, who's familiar with the Root? Right? They got good stuff, but also they big, huge LGBTQ advocates, right? I'm a top fan of the Root, probably. I was last week at least, so on Facebook, right? So I like the Root, but then they come out with this madness. So this dude's asking them questions, and he goes, listen, well, you got these underage transsexual prostitutes who's alleged that you solicited sex from them, Malik Yoba. So Malik Yoba said, well, I don't know that person. What proof do they have that I ever have even been around this person, let alone solicited this person for sex? Yet the brother continually treats him like he's already guilty. This is the satanic place we live in. You make an accusation against a so-called black man and he is guilty with zero evidence. Now at one time, we understand that Esau, the white man, would do that too. We knew that, right? But now our own people are doing the same thing. If you just get an allegation, nigga, you're guilty. You see what I'm saying? That's the damn place that we live in now, right? And all he's going is, what proof do this damn woman have, or this woman, this man, because it's a man, I want to say that, right? This man, what proof did this man have that I solicited him for sex at any point in time, let alone when she was 13? Right. He said when she was 13 and 16, 2 separate occasions, he like, man, I don't even know this person. Right. Then other people start coming out the woodwork, so they're like, yeah, well, we went on Twitter and other people are saying that you, he said, Twitter, who are these people? Yeah. How come these people can just make an accusation? What proof do they have? That's the damn question. Then they want to say you don't really love trans women because you just want to fetishize them and have sex, but you're not in a loving relationship. But wait, hold on. Why are we separating trans women now? I thought trans women and real women are women. So if he's been in loving relationships with women, then he just loves women, right? See, that's the hypocrisy there. You got to listen closely to what they be saying. But the whole point is, all that had to happen was this dude had to just be accused, and he's being treated as guilty. And now our people are treating each other like how the white man treats us, guilty until proven innocent, as opposed to innocent until proven guilty. With zero facts, just tweets that people are sending out. They're saying that this man did X, Y, and Z. That's why you got to be careful, right? You got to have the proof. You understand what I'm saying? Just like this situation we had with Nasi in the Israelite community, he was being accused of certain things. Now I had to sit back and wait for the evidence. Now evidence came out. Okay, I can say the man is guilty. But anybody can make an accusation about anybody. So you can't just jump on it as soon as it comes out. You need to see the proof. Point?
Yeah, well, look at what we see currently. Antonio Brown just got released by the Patriots because of an accusation.
Right.
Yeah.
An accusation, no proof. Just the accusation the man lost $17 million. You see, that's allowed this man out of a job because a woman accused him of rape.
But that's why the Bible is so righteous, because it shows you that there's got to be at least say I was can you at least prove I was alone with you? Yeah, but I'm going to tell you how evil this world is. You ready? You know what I'm going to say? Porzingis from the Dallas Mavericks, a black woman said she raped her last year.
Bring it out.
Has he lost his job? This brother went in front of damn American Airlines Stadium in Dallas last year. Not even like this, 6 months ago. 6 months ago he went in front of American Airlines, right before we moved out here, right? And condemned that damn play and condemned Porzingis. You ain't heard nothing about this rape allegation. You know why? Because he's a white man and she's a black woman, so who cares, right? Go ahead.
It says,
She shouldn't have been in that hotel, into his apartment. You see what I'm saying? Well, why was she there, right? Read.
so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones, and pearls, having a
That's America. It's presented itself as this marvelous kingdom. Read.
having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Her philosophy is that this you're whatever that you feel like being. There's gender neutral goddamn Barbie doll. That's the philosophy of this place. And that's why its sins are getting ready to reach the heaven. It's getting so wicked and it's getting so blatant with its crime. It's the same thing like Treyway. It's a real metaphor. They're shooting up the Barclays. How dumb you gotta be to sneak a pistol in Barclays and shoot on camera? You should have knew that. That damn Russian man that owned that arena, he's not gonna let niggas shoot it up. They're gentrifying that whole neighborhood to keep niggas out. You think I'm gonna let y'all come in here and shoot it up? Yeah, right. You're on camera shooting at people. It's being played. Your phone is tapped. Well, America's on camera pushing these agendas. And you got the spiritual 6ix9ines and whatnot, because we're giving all the testimony on America. We're telling everything on America. You see what I'm saying? On America, that is. Hey, listen, I'll tell everything this white man and all the heathen to my people. I'll sing it all. What you want to know? This lynching, this hanging, this baby fed to a damn alligator. You understand? This rape. We're going to talk about all of that. Right? We're going to listen. Most High thought of bucket these devils. Read.
And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. That's this place, right? People think when they hear this term, mother, they go, that means it's got to be the originator. So how could it be America? This is where you confuse yourself, right? They call the Super Bowl what? The mother of all football games, right? It's the last game of the season. So the mother, it's not the mother in that it's where everything comes from. It's the mother in that it's the biggest. It's the greatest, right? And the people who created, who believe in that, they worship the damn womb anyway, right? So that's why. Go ahead.
Is the mother of all bombs the first bomb?
Yeah, it's the bomb. It's the biggest bomb they made. It's the best one. So they call it mom. Read.
And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints.
Who?
The blood of the saints.
That's the number one sin this place has done. It's killed the saints. It's killed the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. We saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints. Read on.
And with the blood of the martyrs of Christ, Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
There you go. And that's what we're doing. Wondering with great admiration at how evil and wicked this place was, just like the prophet John the Revelator did. Read that.
Sirach 36:10. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen, that say there is none other but we.
And that's how they feel. There's none other but we. They feel they damn self. That's why the Most High God is getting ready to hit these devils and their co-conspirators, all the rest of the heathen, with the Rico. With that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem. I was trying to say death to America.
Death to America.
Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Lawyer, aka the Guerrilla Hebrew, and I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Guerrilla. Go to urbangorilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's urbngrla.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.